Greetings everybody, well, this is the DigiTCG 91 here, bringing you all my very first start the deck opening video. I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do myself a favour. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, along with the bell so you can receive notifications when new content has been released onto my channel. And of course, whoever does consider hitting the subscribe button down below, you truly are a legendary individual, and it also helps my channel expand little by little. It also helps the platform algorithm help promote my content every time something new has been uploaded to my channel. So without further ado everybody, here we go with the starter deck 5, or the green starter deck for the Battle Spirits Saga TCG game. So here we go. So boss monster, Rooster, Zodiac, Emperor, Gale, Phoenix, Prey Bird. But before we get into the actual starter deck itself, let's just go through some of the extra stuff that's included with this starter deck. So here we go with the playmat in general. So for all those who are new to the game, so the main objective of the Battle Spirits TCG is to get your opponent down to 5 life. This is the slot for the burst cards, or if whoever's familiar with the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG, that'll be the trap cards. The reserve section here is for all the cores for you to place extras into to summon spirits and activate your nexuses and all magic cards. This is where your main deck goes to, and as you can see underneath here, deck has to consist of 50 cards or more. This is the discarded pile, basically the graveyard or the trash pile, and the used cores for those cores from the cards that have been destroyed during the battle. And here we have the game steps. So first one, start step, core step, draw step. So start step, it's your turn. Core step, you place a core from your reserve into, you place a core from the void into your reserve here. And then draw step, you draw a card from your deck. Refresh step, you refresh all your spirits that have been suspended or exhausted this turn. Main step, you carry out your turn. Attack step, you attack your opponent if you're able, and then it's the end of your turn, and then it goes over to your opponent. And of course, in more detail, here are the instructions for all those who want to, get into the nitty gritty and learn how to play the game in general. Of course, here's the cores which you place onto your spirits, nexuses, and or use to activate your magic or burst cards. And this red core right here, that is what is known as the soul core, the one that gives an extra oomph for your cards. So, and with all that done, everybody, and I do hope that made sense for everybody, and I do want to apologize in advance if you did hear me hesitating, stuttering, and or struggling with any of my sentences throughout any of my videos, everybody. With me being an autistic individual, talking is not one of my strongest points, but I do try anyway. So now let's get into the main event and see what this new green starter deck has in store for us. Where the first wave release gave us the red, purple, white, and yellow starter decks. So let's see what the green one has in store. So we have multiple cores. Burst, when your opponent resolves the spirits when summoned effect. Select when your opponent's spirits and exhaust it. You may pay this card cost to activate the effect. Select when your spirits, place a core from the void onto it. And another multiple cores. So we have then Needle Shot, main flash effect. Select when your opponent's spirits and exhaust it. Similar to the TCG, or Digimon TCG, you can have up to 4 copies of a card within a deck. But that is it. So as you can see here, the Needle Shot magic card, there's 4 copies of it, but that's I can't have any more in this deck. So we have the Savage Power magic card. Burst, when your opponent's when an opponent destroys your spirit, You may summon a green card from your hand by using cores from your reserve to pay its cost and place cores onto it. You may pay this card's cost to activate its flash effect. Select one spirit against an additional 2000 BP during this turn. We have a new green Nexus card, the Airborne Crag, level 1 or 2 ability. During either attack step, when one of your spirits is summoned, it gains an additional 2000 BP during this turn. During your end step, refresh any spirits with the soul core on them. So we got 3 copies of the Airborne Crag in this deck. So we have the Sacred Tree Stump City, level 1 and 2 effect. During your attack step, the first spirit you control that attacks each turn gains an additional 1000 BP for each green spirit you control. And it's an additional level 2 ability. During your opponent's attack step, draw a card when your opponent reduces your life. So we have 3 copies of the Sacred Tree Stump City. Mantagol, Plant Folk Spirit card, level 1 to 3 ability. When summoned, you may exhaust the spirit to place a core from the void onto it. We have Capricorn, Wind Soul, level 1 and or 2 ability. During opponent's attack step, at the start of the step, if the spirit has a soul core on it, place a core from your trash into your reserve. We have Ant-Man Soldier, Carapace. And at the end, I will show how many copies of a card that are housed within each or within this start deck. So next we have a Viridian Dragon Rider Grunt, Carapace. So when destroyed by an opponent, place 2 cores from the void into your reserve, level 2 and or 3 ability. While the spirit attacks, when the battle ends, you may place 2 cores from the spirit into your reserve to select one of your spirits. It gains an additional 3000 BP during this turn. Alright, so next up we have the Forest Quillbeast Porcupine. So no additional ability, so it makes it a vanilla card. And what I mean by that is it has no effects. It just tries to make itself a big body as possible whilst on the field. So we have Leaf Wolf, Blade Beast, Flash Effect, and it has Swift. You may summon this card from your hand by using cores from your reserve to pay its cost and place cores onto it. Alright, so we have Explosive Charger Brandboar, Blade Beast, level 1 or 2 ability. During your attack step, when one of your spirits is summoned, this spirit gains 2000 BP during this turn. When the spirit attacks or blocks, refresh this spirit when it destroys one of your opponent's spirits by comparing BP. Alright, so next up, we have the Viscount Minoba, a prey bird. I probably botched that pronunciation, so I do apologize. So we have another flash ability, so it gets summoned straight from the hand. So we have 3 copies of that. So we have Leafbeak Toucan, a prey bird, so it's another vanilla card, so no additional abilities. Alright, so next up is the Emerald Great Bird Ideed, level 1 and or 2 ability. When summoned, select one of your opponent's spirits and exhaust it. When the spirit attacks, place a core from the void into your reserve. So that's 3. And last 2 cards, we have the boss monster of the start deck, the Rooster Zodiac Emperor Gale Phoenix, Prey Bird, level 1 to 3 ability. During either attack step, when the spirit or one of your spirits with Swift destroys one of your opponent's spirits by comparing BP, select one of your opponent's spirits and exhaust it. When the spirit attacks, select one of your opponent's spirits and exhaust it. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, there's only one thing left to do, and that's just to demonstrate how many cards are housed within each of the starter decks, or within the green starter deck. So we have 2 copies of the Gale Phoenix, 3 copies of the Great Bird Ideed, 3 copies of the Leafbeak Toucan, 3 copies of the Viscount Minoba, 3 copies of the Brandboar, 3 copies of the Leaf Wolf, 3 of the Quillbeast Porcupine, Alright, 3 copies of the Viridian Dragon Rider Grun. 3 copies of the Ant-Man Soldier. 3 copies of the Capricorn. 4 copies of the Mantingle. 3 copies of the Sacred Tree Stump City Nexus card. 3 copies of the Airborne Crag Nexus card. 4 copies of the Savage Power Magic card. 4 copies of the Needle Shot Magic card. And last but not least, 3 copies of the Multiple Cores Magic card. I do hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, along with the bell so you can receive notifications when new content has been released onto my channel. So until my next TCG video, everybody, I've been the Digi TCG 91. So until next time, stay safe out there, take care, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye bye.